Is anybody out there? Hello? If anybody's within earshot, then I'm in desperate need of assistance. I can't pay you, but I'd be very grateful. Hello? Are those footsteps? They sound bipedal. You aren't an animal, are you? Oh, hello. Thanks for turning me around. It's good to see another face amongst the trees. What am I doing here? Well, as you can see, I don't exactly want to be here. I stepped in a snare, and I've been hanging for what's felt like hours. That's why it's good to see another face. You can free me, and I can be on my way. Drat. I was worried that wasn't what you meant. You're an Amazon, right? If you are, then it's probably best that I just come clean. I've been looking for your township. That's why I'm wandering through the jungle, and is what caused this series of events that led me to this snare. Trespassing? Well, I see why you would say that, but I assure you I am not. You see, to trespass, one must enter another's land with malicious intent. I seek asylum, therefore I am not trespassing. I am refuging. It's a new subsection of wandering that I have invented on my journeys. Amazon law won't see it that way. Shoot, I didn't think of that. Would you please give me a full definition of Amazonian trespassing, that I may better find semantic loopholes? No, but miss. However, am I meant to plead my case if I am not informed of your law? Will I be provided an Amazonian representative at my trial? What do you mean there won't be a trial? If I've been accused of a misdemeanor, I must be taken before a judge and allowed them to decide my fate. That's not how Amazons do it. I fear your response, but how, pray tell, do Amazons punish criminals? An Amazon catches the criminal. That Amazon determines what crime they have committed. And then what? Have I ever heard the phrase judge, jury, and executioner? Yes, of course I have. Oh. Wait. That hardly seems fair. How could a society progress when every member can simply accuse and punish another within the statute of the law? If a citizen was accused of a crime, they would get a trial. Well then, what's the difference between me and them? I'm male. Darn. I had heard about this. I guess I just assumed that it wouldn't be so blatant. In my time with you, have I mentioned how beautiful you look? I mean, truly stunning. You'd give any love deity a run for their money. I don't know which love god you may or may not believe in, so just imagine I said their name. Flattery. Preposterous. I am simply stating what I observe at a time that coincidentally would have you judge me based on your opinion of me. Don't read into it. Speaking of judging, I don't suppose that a slap on the wrist and a stern talking to are on the table, are they? Depends. On what would it depend, oh pretty one? You wish to hear my story? Splendid. I am sure that once you understand my situation, you will not hold wrath against me. I am a scholar of sorts. I will concede none of my work was published, so I had to resort to odd jobs, mostly servant work. But I took a little bit of everything in my time. One day I'm working in a manor owned by a very rich and very old man. This man married a young mistress. Now I'm not one to cast rumors, but I don't think the man pleased the woman very well. I say this because one day she comes to the servants' chambers and accosted me. I refused, and she pressured me. I held strong. And then, when her husband returned, she
accused me of an act unseen.
The man was a little old-fashioned, so he called up a few of the strongest servants, and then before I even knew what was going on, he branded me, right here on my neck. Then he cast me out. Whenever I looked for work, no one would accept a servant who they assumed was a deviant, even after I explained the story to them, so I began to wander, jobless, homeless, until one day I stumble into a city and make my way to the bar. Always good begging to be had at bars. Anyway, I hear rumors of civilization in the jungle, a place where people live in perfect harmony. The way they described it, it sounded like a paradise. Shortly after, I heard about all its shortcomings, biggest of which is its incredibly large barrier to citizenship. But I thought that with nowhere else to go, I might as well try my luck. So I set off west, hoping to find refuge or die trying. And then I got caught in a snare. I screamed for help until you came. Yes, as I implied, I am quite adept with my domesticated tasks. And my skills with a feather duster are second to none. Why? You've decided my punishment. Well, I seem to be at a loss for words. Would you give me a moment to say a prayer before you kill me? Yes, kill me. I assumed with how you brandished your blade that you intended to execute me for trespassing, no? Yes. I am quite confused. It seems as though you were releasing me, but one could hardly call that punishment. You're going to take me back to your city? Truly. I say, it seems as though you Amazons have an off understanding of criminal justice, but considering how well this works in my favor, I won't argue. Lead the way. You aren't walking. What's happening? Yes, I am a man. We've discussed this. What am I missing here? A free man could not be allowed within your city. I do not understand. What are you saying? If I wish to live amongst the Amazons, then I must be taken as a wife? That seems rather barbaric. Are there truly no men who are allowed to live alone? What of wives whose Amazon dies? What happens to them? Remarried or exiled? That sounds like a horrible situation to be in. So either I die in the jungle or I become your wife and live in your home. I assume I would cook and clean for you, wouldn't I? Well, I suppose I've nowhere to go, and you are gorgeous. That wasn't a falsehood. I guess I could live with being yours. Very well, Amazon. I give my life to you as your wife. Now, would you lead the way home?